Hey Garrett, this is Kate Bortinsky, and in this video, I'm going to show you 3 things that you can do today to help bring in more customers to your business. So let's quickly browse your website. Aesthetically, it looks great. When we scroll through, a few things that I'm noticing here are you're missing a contact form on your homepage. Usually you want to put one at the bottom and at the top in your header area. So those are a couple additions there. And then also I noticed your address is possibly wrong. You want the address on your website to match your Google business profile. So that's something else that I have noticed. So let's look at your page speed insights. And we're going to click this reporting and we can see the mobile and the desktop versions. So both of them, your performance score is critically low at a 41 out of 100. Your accessibility and your SEO scores, they're okay, but they have some room for improvement. Your best practice scores, great at a 96. So when we scroll down, your page speed, it's taking about 6.5 seconds to load your pages, which is not horrible, but at the same time, you really want to aim for that 3 to 4 second mark, because anything more, you risk losing the prospect's interest and having them bounce off your site. So let's also review where you're ranking in some of the Google search results. So when I search Gutter Company Lapeer, the ad section, there's a bunch of people running ads. You come up second in the Google Map Pack. And then you're in the 6th position for organic search. When we look in Port Huron, you're not showing up in the map pack. I do see your nephew's business is showing up. And then further down, I would like to note your nephew's business is not being found organically whatsoever. But yours, you're also in about the 6th, 7th position here. So that's great. Gutter cleaning in Rochester. Again, a higher ticket area. You're not showing up in the map pack, and I want to say you were multiple pages back before you really showed up in the organic search results. I also did gutter repair Lapeer. And same thing. You're showing up roughly in the 6th, 7th position as well. So yeah, that's not bad, but definitely rooms for improvement. So let's go ahead and jump into the first thing that I want to cover with you today, which is content. So what is content? Content is how Google knows what you do and who you do it for. Content is the information that's highlighted on your website that Google is sending back to their algorithms to tell them what you should be found for. There's also content that you can't read that's embedded into your images, but Google is able to read this content. So if you right-click on any of your images and hit Save As, you can rename this file to include relevant keywords. Optimizing this text helps Google better understand your content. Now, this photo is the only photo on your homepage that isn't optimized. So when we don't have enough content, and specifically keyword-rich content that your customers are actually searching for, how would Google know to show your business for that search term? We have found that most sites ranking in the top spots on Google have a minimum of 1,500 words on their website, and they're using the right keywords throughout their content. So I went ahead and ran your site through a word counter, and right now your site is sitting at 460 words. So you're a little light on content. I also checked out one of your competitors that kept showing up in the Oakland County and Macomb County areas, Ackerman Seamless Gutters. So they have 1,343 words on their homepage. They're using more keyword-rich content than you are, and that helps them capture more visibility and clicks. So when we talk about content, that also encompasses your keywords that Google recognizes you for. So I'm going to go ahead and open up one of the tools that I use called Ahrefs. Anyone can use it. I pay a few $100 a month for it. Essentially, it gives me behind the scenes insight of your competition and shows me the keywords that they're ranking for to attract your customers. This helps me pinpoint the keywords that you should be targeting as well. So Google also recently threw a little wrench into the marketing world by limiting the information that they provide to us on keywords. Now, this happens every year right around the holiday shopping season, so we'll be back to normal soon enough. But for now, our tools that normally show the keywords you're being found for online are now reflecting that you show up for almost nothing compared to the data that was existent as little as 30 days ago. So for that reason, I have Ackerman Seamless Gutters here, their website. I'm going to click on their keywords. Right now it says they're showing up for 30, and I'm going to go back 3 months ago to the data back then. So this is a little more realistic to the keywords that they were being found for. So we can see they're being found for 166 keywords. And this is in part because they have blog pages that are helping rank for possible search terms that they're being found for. So this would be a blog page, as well as 5 or 6 inch gutters, also another blog page. So the terms that they're being found for, some of these are blog related, but then others are gutter cleaning Sterling Heights, gutter insulation Michigan, gutter insulation Detroit, so on and so forth. Here's even one for Troy gutter cleaning. So let's go back to your site, and we're going to apply the same filters to your keywords. Going back 3 months. So we can see that your site is being found for 25 keywords. So the good news is more of your keywords are location heavy. However, none of your terms are getting you ranked in the #1 spot on Google. This gutter cleaning Southfield, you're ranking in the 14th position. So on the second page, gutter cleaning Sterling Heights, 15th, gutter cleaning Grosse Pointe, 15th. So this is also on the second page. Gutter cleaning Rochester Hills. This is in the 22nd spot, so you're on the third page there. So you're not ranking at the top of Google for these keywords because you're not optimized for these terms. When potential customers are searching for your services, your business isn't showing up at the top of the search results. So the first thing that you need to do to beat your competition online is incorporate more keyword-rich content onto your homepage to help Google better understand what you do. That's what's driving your competitor's business, and it's 100% beatable when you do it the right way. So let's go back to the search results. We're going to go to gutter cleaning Rochester Hills. So the first thing that comes up we see is the sponsored section, which is the Google Ads section. And Google Ads, we've kind of talked about them a little bit. They're a great option to generate some quick leads, but this isn't something that I want to focus on in this video. So let's scroll down to the second thing that I want to cover with you today, which is citations. You're probably thinking, what's a citation and why do they matter? You can see the Google Maps section here, or what we refer to as the map pack. You can see the business's name, their address, phone number, and this is known as your NAP. This is how Google verifies and gives relevance to your local business. So a citation is your name, address, and phone number listed on places like Yelp, the BBB, Yellow Pages, Facebook, and a couple hundred other directories. So you might be asking yourself, hey Kate, how do I rank in maps? So let me explain the #1 thing that you can do today to push your business up the map pack. Generally speaking, most companies in the #1 spot on Google have around 150 citations. I did a quick search on your business and you're currently sitting at 10 citations. So when you have more citations than your competitors, you gain more trust from Google than they do, which pushes you above them in the map pack. So now you're probably thinking, well, great, how do I do that? It's really simple. I'll use sites like WhiteSpark or Bright Local that will tell me exactly what directories your competition is listed on, and from there I'll literally go down the list and get you on the same ones. But I don't stop there, because we don't want to just match them, we want to dominate them online. So if your competitor has 150 citations, we want to match them and then add 100 to 200 more so it takes them a long time to catch back up. So if you spend some time getting yourself more citations than these top businesses in the map pack, you can take over the top spot, and that would generate more business for you. So now let's talk about the third and final key thing that I want to cover with you today, which is link juice, or also referred to as backlinks. This third pillar will really help you dominate on Google. So when we, again, are searching gutter cleaning Rochester Hills, and we scroll down past the map pack, we can see that your business is not in the top 3. The top 3 search results on Google get about 70 to 80% of the clicks, and most people don't scroll past the third search result. So the top 3 spots is where you want to be, and to get there, you'll need authority. So how do you get authority? Well, it all comes down to your backlinks. And a backlink is when one website links to another website online. So think of it like this. If site A links to site B, then site A is giving site B some of its link juice. Kind of like a vote of confidence, and in Google's eyes, this gives site B authority. It's kind of like a popularity contest, and the more relevant the site, the more valuable the link is. So let me give you an example. If you get a local blog or industry-related site, such as one of your suppliers, like One Gutter Guard, linking back to you, that's a great backlink. But if you're a gutter company and you get a backlink from, say, Pizza Hut linking to you, that's not so great because you don't sell pizza. So let's go back into Ahrefs and go back to your backlinks. We can see that you've got 40 backlinks. But when I click in and I'll filter out the spam links, we can see that you have 6 good backlinks. So now let's go back to Ackerman and click in. They have 366 backlinks. And when I filter out their spam links, they're sitting at 354 good backlinks. And their backlinks are from stronger, more relevant sources. Now, not all backlinks are created equal. By adding even just one good backlink, it's worth more authority to Google than over 100 irrelevant backlinks. So how do we get more backlinks? Well, with Ahrefs, we can see exactly which sites are linking to them, and we can go get those same links for your business. Getting you to the top of Google is not magic. It's a method, and I've shown you this method today. So in closing, we went over first, content. You need to incorporate more keyword-rich content with at least 1,500 words onto your homepage. Second, citations. You need to have between 100 to 200 more citations to beat out your nearest competition by a landslide. Third, link juice. You need more relevant sites pointing to your website to show Google that you have more authority than your competitors. And if we implement these strategies today, you can be at the top of Google. So what now? Let's schedule a call to talk more in depth about what's working, what's not working, and how we can solve these issues together. Please call or text me your availability over the next couple days. My number again is 810-358-5645. I look forward to hearing from you. Have a wonderful day.